In this video, I'm going to show you how to place your vapor canister vent valve on this Chevy Silverado 2500. What we have here is actually the updated design, so we'll have to cut off the original hoses and use the provided ones. There's also a little filter and a wiring harness, and if you don't already have the updated design installed on your vehicle, you will need these. If you do, this is all you're going to need. So let's install this TRQ vent valve. I'm going to spray this bracket here with a little bit of rust penetrant. This is fairly rusty, so that'll help me get the vent valve off of here. I know there are hoses attached and wires, but I just want to slide it off of the bracket first so I can move it around and actually disconnect it a little bit easier. The best way that I found to do this is by prying this tab outward. So I'm going to take a little pry bar, I'm going to push the vent valve backwards just so I can stick this back here, and then just pry this out like that. This will allow you to slide it out of here. There we go. Now we can get to everything a little bit better. Now, to disconnect the old one, we actually have to cut the two lines that go in and out of it. And the reason for that is because GM had a new design for this. So this is the updated version of the vent solenoid. And just like I said earlier, they provide you with these hoses that we have to slide the old lines into. There is no quick disconnect or clamp on the original style, and what we have to do is just cut it flush and then just stick it inside. They should be thick enough to hold, and we just put the clamp on. So the next step I will do is just cut both ends on the old vent valve and then get it out of there. Take a razor blade, and I'm going to cut right after this first edge here. This should not be very difficult to cut out, and we're going to cut the same way down here. There we go. Of course, now we have to unplug the electrical connector. So just flip this over carefully. On the back side, you'll see this red tab. You're going to have to pull on it, pull down or out. Sometimes they get stuck from debris buildup. So you need a little screwdriver. Just pry it down. Oh, there we go. All right, I got it unlocked. Now we can press on the tab and disconnect the electrical connector. There we go. Bring the new vent valve up. Let's plug it in first. Plug that in first. And then as you slide this down, make sure it clicks like that, and then lock this. Now we're going to have to slide the lower hose, or the lower line, into this hose. We don't have a ton of space here because of the harness, but if you put just a tiny bit of grease on there, silicone paste, it should help you slide it in. I'm going to try and bring this line in as far as I can. Now let's get this clamp attached on the further end so I can clamp down on the line. There we go, that should seal it up nicely. Okay, let's slide this on this locking tab. Get it locked in place here. There we go, just like that. Now take the top, slide it in. It's not going to be a perfect fit, but it will be close enough. Now grab the clamp. Slide it over, not all the way on the end, just right over here where the hose gets connected, and there you go. When it comes to this wiring harness, if your truck has this style plug here, you're going to need this adapter harness to adapt it to this one. If your truck is a later model year and you have this style plug, you can just plug it right in and not use this harness. So now this is the last piece of our puzzle here. This is just a vent and with a little filter in there for the vent. So basically that hose that I last connected runs up and over the frame, and this vehicle actually already has this, so this is provided in case yours does not. And because mine has this, if you can see right up onto the filler neck here, this hose is the one I just connected, and this has already been previously installed with a filter, which is what I just showed you, right up on top of the filler neck. You don't necessarily have to put it here, although this is a good place to put it. So if you had to install yours, I would put it here or somewhere in the engine bay, somewhere up top, so that water doesn't get in it, or debris, dirt, mud, whatever elements might be out here. That way, when the air goes in and out of this, it is just clean air. Now, yes, it does have a filter in it, but that doesn't mean it's going to filter 100% of it. So once again, if your vehicle does not already have this, you're going to have to get yourself some hose that is rated for fuel fumes, preferably, and add this filter somewhere in a safe and hopefully dry location. If yours already has it, well, you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.